Hey guys, my name is BobLyn and welcome back to another video. This is the first episode in my, well, I guess you could call it the Cruiser Masterclass. That is inspired by our friends Sly47 and Death from Above, who both have made Cruiser series, but I think it's long overdue that I make one myself. I have played all the Cruisers in this game, quite a lot of battles in most of them. There's some I don't own, but I do own every single Tech Tree Cruiser, and I've played a lot of battles in them. I pride myself on being a cruiser main, and I really just enjoy the class overall. It's a difficult class, and it's a very important one with many responsibilities. Now this series is going to be probably, it's probably never going to end, since there's a lot of aspects to this class, and I'm going to go over all of them in different videos where, I can go really in depth and teach you guys what I know from playing this game. We'll go over movement, map awareness, positioning, the flow of battle, how to support DDs, all these different topics you might have in your head. So any comment and suggestions is, welcomed. And you can see there's definitely many cruisers in this game, but I'm gonna let PowerPoint Bob take over for now. Alright, so we are here back with the PowerPoint, and if you guys watched my map awareness and positioning guide, you know I like to use the PowerPoint format because I'm not too efficient with the animation programs. Anyways, the cruiser guide from yours truly, BobLyn, aka PabLoon. Now, let's get into the meat of this. The cruiser role is very important to this game. It's probably the hardest role, like I said, in this game. And it's a combination of these two here. So your job basically is to protect the destroyer when he's going on a flank, or, in the beginning of the game when he's moving down to the cap. You gotta follow your DD. First of all, to help follow up on any enemy destroyers he spots. Second of all, to fight back any cruisers from the enemy team. When you're supporting your BB, you're doing escort duty, pretty much. You're escorting him if he's pushing into a cap. If he's getting harassed by a DD, you're supporting him. If he's getting harassed by AA and you're in a powerful AA ship, you're helping him with the planes. So you can see that this role has a lot of stuff to do, a lot of responsibilities, and yeah, it can be quite difficult. There's also a lot of different cruisers in this game, and that's why I want to make this guide. So this first video, like I said here, is pretty much to get you into the role itself, so you have the right expectations and know what you have to do and what people expect of you. Oh yeah, and I forgot, you also help this guy, the fun police. If first of all you see there's a DD approaching your base, it's kind of expected that either the cruiser or the destroyer goes back. I mean, ideally the cruiser. And you also help the aircraft carrier on your team take out destroyers, man. If he spots a DD and you shoot some salvos into that DD and he gets a torpedo or two off, well, that destroyer had a game. It's over for that destroyer. So definitely help your CVs. But yeah, you know how I feel about these boys, the fun police. So you're the protector of the fleet. And you do that with AA. You do that with your anti-DD capabilities, radar, sonar, damage per minute, and escort duties. Not to be confused with any other escort duty. Anyways, you're the jack of all trades. You are a versatile class. You're a mix of everything. Pretty much, you can say that cruisers take some aspects from both DDs and BBs to make a versatile ship class. You got the big guns from the battleship and some of the armor, yet you have the maneuverability and the speed from a DD along with your torpedoes and your smaller ship. So that's a pretty good thing to know, actually. That also shows you what kind of roles you have. You have to be selfless. You have to be a team player, and you have to be brave. And I want to take risks. That's what I mean by brave. It's kind of a meme on my channel. Like, he was brave. I was brave. Oh. But yeah, you have to be brave. And it's really important when you're playing a cruiser that you don't think about yourself. We all know that guy who sits out on the flank in the boonies and doesn't help anybody. He has some of the best AA. He's got amazing anti-DD capabilities. Maybe he has a radar too. And he's just out there not helping anybody. You'd rather have a battleship sit out there that can tank some hits and just destroy somebody. Maybe. A cruiser can't really do that. But anyways. Picking your style is probably the hardest thing when you're getting into the cruiser role, because there's so many different. We have the heavy cruisers, and I've listed the heavy cruisers in the tech tree here. Abbreviation is CA. Cruiser armored, so that refers to the armor of the cruiser. If the ship has some kind of armor, well, it's a heavy cruiser. Then we have the light cruisers, CL, cruiser light, and it refers to the caliber of the guns. So if it's a small caliber, 150, 120s, it's a light cruiser. tend to have more guns, reloading faster. And we have stuff like the Minotaur, the Worcester, the Jinan, and then we have the dreaded Smolensk and the Colbert, which I love. Now, we also have battle cruisers, we all know, and I would say Petro is a battle cruiser. We also have Moskva, Stalingrad. Gudenlu is actually, or Houdenlu is also a battle cruiser because it has big ass guns. I mean, it's Scharnhorst caliber 283, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. You have stuff like Yoshino and the Puerto Rico. Battle cruisers I won't get into in these first episodes. We'll probably get into it later in this series. Like I said, it's going to be a big ass long series with tons of episodes because there's so much to learn. But yeah. Basically, battle cruiser has big guns plus 0 armor means battle cruiser. You're fast, but you have big guns. And because you're fast, you don't have armor. Let's move on. So we are going to focus on the heavy cruisers this series because I'm going to be picking a ship that I will be playing alongside you guys in this series. So you guys can learn from my mistakes and we can learn together. You can see there's so many different ones, but a ship that I have been looking at and having a hard time getting to work really is, well, not the light cruisers. Oh yeah, I should mention this. If you want to get into light cruisers first, I don't really recommend it. The one ship I recommend is the Worcester. It has the most powerful AA, amazing guns, amazing team utility, radar and sonar. It gets kind of trolly armor. I mean, even though it's a light cruiser, it can tank some hits. And it's very powerful in a 1v1 against any cruiser if you use that AP right, if you really know how to play this ship. And the good thing about it is it has some of the hardest shells and guns to play with in the whole game because of the shell arcs and the shell speed. But if you master those shell arcs and speeds, you will become masters at these two ships that you can then play after. But enough with the light cruisers. We will get into that in this series, don't worry. But we're gonna pick the Nevsky. So enough talking about it. Nevsky, man, I think it's a good ship. I really do think it's a good ship. But the one problem for me is, well, it has long-range spam capabilities, 15 kilometers, which is nice, and it gets 180mm guns at a very fast reload. Problem is, it has no battle impact. Limited options. It's pretty much stuck, forced to sit out at 15 km and just spam. It's great at killing DDs, yeah it is, but it's a big ship. It's not like any other light cruiser. It's kind of a mix between a light and a heavy cruiser. I can't really decide where to put it. I put it in the heavy category just for now, but I guess we'll know the answer after the series. But that's why I picked this ship, because I want to get better at it, and I want you guys to maybe, if you also want to learn how the ship plays, you can learn something too, and you can play along with me. Alright, so we are back in the game, and there's not going to be any gameplay this video. It's going to be coming in the next episode, so don't you worry, guys. But I wanted to just show the stats in my Nevsky now, so we can look back at it maybe a couple episodes later and see if we've improved. Also, my build and stuff will be here. I tend to run this with a precision mod since Nevsky's dispersion is bad, but we will get into this in the next episode. My stats in Nevsky, let's find it. It's probably better to do battles. Let's see, where is it? There it is, Nevsky. 97 battles and 72% win rate. Okay, so that win rate is probably going to go down, but these stats, wow, I didn't actually know it was this good. Well, maybe we want to improve the win rate and the MVP rate. I want to get, okay, let's say we should try to aim for, that's actually very realistic with the Nevsky since it lacks battle impact. We should aim for a 40% win rate, oh sorry, MVP rate with Nevsky in this series. That is my goal, to get a 40% MVP rate with Nevsky. And remember this, we're at 97 battles. So the next episode is going to be Flow of Battle, where we're going to go into the differences between a light cruiser's flow of battle and a heavy cruiser's flow of battle. So there's a difference, you know. Light cruisers tend to want to get closer, whereas heavy cruisers tend to want to get further away and stick with the BBs. Along with that, I'm going to apply those ideas and tactics into my gameplay. We're going to do a live gameplay next episode and some education as well. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for sticking along. If you learned something new, like the video. This is not something I do very often, but I think it's very necessary because, man, we need more cruiser players, man. We need them out there. There's too many DDs, there's too many battleships, and there's too many people who go into the dark side. We need more cruiser players, so I hope you guys want to play them. Anyways, my name has been BobLyn, and I'm signing out.